Don't even worry about it. Just
All right.
take a deep breath.
We are on the air. We are on the air. Hello,
Yeah.
everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
I'm Maricel. Welcome to BoricuaTalks, a show about nothing.
And I am Elizabeth. And we talk about a little bit about everything.
Or nothing.
or nothing. And today we have a guest.
Yeah.
And it is so funny because right before we went on air, this is Dalila Torres. She jumps in and tells Maricel that she grew up with her. And does Maricel remember? Absolutely not.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Well, actually, when my mom moved there on Hamlin, I already had moved out. So
Okay.
frequently I would go visit and maybe we would run into each other. But that's my mom's been there for 30 years.
Yeah, but no. She said her mom's been there since Dalila 37 years? Is that what you
Yes,
said?
I heard her say 37 years.
Okay, Mari said, don't tell me that you don't remember. That's 37 years.
I don't remember what I did Friday, but I do remember having a cowboy hat on.
Well, that's a start. So why don't we let Dalila introduce herself, because she is one of our co-hosts today.
Hi, everyone. Yes, my name is Dalila Torres. I have my Café Bustelo, and I'm so honored to be on Boricua Talks today with these lovely ladies. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And yes, I remember Maricel growing up on Hamlin. I was a little girl. My sister and I used to play with your little brother and go to school with your brother, Jimmy, I remember. So you probably already had moved out, but I used to see you, pretty often come back and visit. So it's nice to be able to,
was I nice?
Circle back around. And what was that?
Was I nice?
I was gonna ask.
You were the tough big sister. Jimmy used to always talk about you.
Oh no, give us the scoop.
Yeah.
Does she have blonde hair?
He had a crush on my little sister.
Oh.
Yes, I believe you had blonde hair back then. I
did play with it for a while. I love it. Yeah,
what
at 47.
Very, very cute.
Just a couple of days ago, I was pink, but
yes,
then I was cool.
That is right. You were pink.
I was blonde recently for a couple of weeks. Well, I always change it up. Like every other year, I'll do the blondes, I'll do the red, and then go back to natural brunette. So I like to change it up.
I like that idea. I used to do the same, but as I got older, I am older. I look younger, but I am older. I have a lot of
You're beautiful.
White hairs. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. But I have a lot of white hair, so I had to stop the alternating stuff of different colors. And so when this kind of grows out, this is the reason why I did it. You can't really see my white hair, so I'm kind of okay with that right now.
That style fits you perfect.
Exactly.
Perfect. It does. Yep.
Yeah.
I love it.
I try. So what do we do this weekend? I laid and hung out in my backyard this weekend, enjoyed the sun. My brother comes over all the time now, so basically he might as well just move in.
Oh, okay.
But
nice.
It was a good weekend. I chatted a lot with Maricel when she was on the road, coming back home, right? And so the other thing we did. And I've just been enjoying just the outside world because I am not ready to be out there, even though we're in phase 3 and eventually going into phase 4. I'm watching what's going on around us first.
That's smart, definitely. You have to still be cautious.
Yes.
Very important too.
Yes. Dalila, what did you do this weekend? Share.
So very nice weather. In the mornings, woke up, jogged a couple times, rode the bike, trying to.
Oh, Dalila, we froze.
We're frozen. Am I frozen?
No, you're not frozen. Dalila, come back to us. Dalila.
That's a nice name. I remember that.
I know, it's really pretty.
Dalila at night.
This is the glitches of
Zooming
and technology. We lose people sometimes.
That's why we need to get through this already.
She's back.
She's muted.
She is
Unmute
muted.
her.
You have to unmute yourself. Oh, I'm going to mute her.
There you go.
All right. Now I'm back.
I want to hear what you did this weekend.
No. Okay. That's probably
you froze.
It was a boring week, and that's probably what it was.
You froze.
No. So I was mentioning that I'm trying to get this quarantine weight off. So I've been jogging every morning and riding bike. So I start my mornings that way. That's what I did this weekend, and it was beautiful weather out. So it was great to do that. I really enjoy working out. So having the opportunity to just, get back out there and start working out really helps, mentally and emotionally with everything that we're experiencing in our world right now. So, jogging, cycling, and just embracing our Puerto Rican culture this weekend. And our festivals, are not going to be happening because of the current pandemic, but I found different ways to continue to embrace our Puerto Rican community in Humboldt Park and our Puerto Rican culture and engage with the Black Lives Matter movement that the New York National Puerto Rican Parade put on. So I jumped on their parades virtually. I attended their Mambo Live events throughout the week.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think it's important to continue to embrace our culture no matter where we're at, and being quarantined or not, it's important to teach my children that are.
Oh my gosh, yes. So Maricel asked me, how do I know you? I said, I stalk her on Facebook. Because, we connected on Facebook, but then I've been following you and I've been seeing all these things. I told Maricel, she posts a lot about our culture, like events and things that are going on. And I thought she was fabulous, and I thought it was a good idea to have her on the show because you're so active on Facebook. You're not always like posting about, we talk about ourselves, we talk about our family, but you tend to do and post events that are happening around the city of Chicago. You talk about what's going on with COVID-19. I mean, like, you have this wealth of information, and you are volunteering in so many organizations as well. And you're bringing information to us. And I thought, well, you know what? I want her on our show. And I didn't ask Maricel for permission. It's
a done deal.
It's a done deal. So I love that you did that, because I've seen only pictures on Facebook when it comes to people just putting the Puerto Rican flag on their houses. And I saw like one parade that someone did down Division Street. But yes, another special event that we can't do because of COVID-19 and the pandemic, but I'm glad that you were able to at least participate virtually. That's pretty cool. I think that's awesome.
Sure. And, Humboldt Park actually had some unofficial events going on this weekend. So our people were still out there with their flags and celebrating. And I took a drive through the community. I had to. It's just something a part of me that I always had to continue to embrace. But I have a better story for you as to how I know you, Elizabeth.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh, look see, she's done her homework. She's searching.
Okay. I'm glad her face this, so I know that something's gonna.
No, this is a great one. Senator Iris Martinez's first annual International Women's Day event. Caesar and I co-organized that event. You were one of the
I remember the event.
Yes.
Speakers.
You were one of the speakers.
Okay. So forgive me.
And I hosted.
Did I meet you?
Yes.
You might have said I am so bad. I'm like, I don't know how we got connected.
I'm like, oh, she knows me through Facebook? Whatever.
Gotta stop the recording and start over. And I don't remember things. I have so many things like going through my mind half the time. I don't.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It was a wonderful experience. It was great to hear your speech.
Thank you.
And I'm happy to be here. And we connected again without you knowing that we've already worked together in the past on, other women organized,
Yes.
events.
Maricel was there too.
That's
Yes, you were there.
That's the universe bringing us together.
Absolutely.
All these positive vibes are coming together. So that's what it is.
Oh, wow. So thank you for the reminder. Maricel, what did you, what's your weekend?
Wait a minute, my weekend was exciting too.
I didn't say it wasn't. I said, what was your weekend?
I think she said she wore a cowboy hat. I want to know where she was with that cowboy hat.
I was in Nashville.
I
was in Nashville. I went to go Thursday we drove from Florida to Nashville. It was a 12-hour drive. So we stood in Nashville for 2 days. We left Saturday at 6 a.m. with my cowboy hat on and got here at 1:30. 1:30, I said, I can't go to sleep. I have to get ready. Go to my granddaughter's birthday get together, come home, rest as much as I could, to the next day get ready for my nephew's graduation get together. So today is my day, self-care. And then they're like, what are you gonna do? I'm like, I'm gonna sleep. Catch up on some sleep. But it was a lot of fun, and driving, I love to drive. And I'm back at home, so just jotting down when is my next trip.
Already?
Very nice.
Yes, I gotta get out of here. These four walls, and I'm writing. I'm writing a book. That's my quarantine. So it's like it's been 3 months. So I'm saying it's like a baby. It comes out in 9 months. So it's a work in progress, but yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Back to writing. I was out for 3 weeks.
Yeah, your vacations are over. You're done. A trabajar.
A trabajar. Tengo que trabajar.
So there was a question you were going to ask Dalila about self-care.
Yes.
On the topic of self-care.
Inquiring minds of all Boricuas viewers want to know, what is it that you do for self-care?
Yeah, I had mentioned a couple minutes ago, just working out is something that I do for self-care. It's, it does so much for me, of course, physically, but mentally and then emotionally. So I worked out several years in the gym. I lifted weights, and it's something that I really grew attached to. I really enjoyed it, and kind of slowed down doing that. And then quarantine happened, and I said, okay, well, there's no excuse now. I'm stuck at home. I'm going to work out. I started looking everywhere for weights and benches, and I found some, and I started working out at home and lifting again. And the weather got nice out, and I started jogging, and then I said, okay, now I'm going to start riding bikes. So, that's one of the things that I do for self-care, is definitely working out. And meditation is very important for self-care. I meditate at night. I listen to a lot of ASMR. It's very soothing. And I pray. I pray. Jesus is a very important part of my life, and he definitely keeps me going. So
good, yeah.
It's really wonderful. That's beautiful.
Awesome.
Yes, meditation is powerful. Faith in God is definitely, on top of the list for many of us. And I do the same thing. I don't work out. You're right. There is no excuse why not to work out. Maricel and I, we got to get it. We got to get our workout in.
I got a yoga mat for my birthday, and I got some little weights. Ahí está. Yoga mat.
Well, are you giving it to me?
It's just looking at me like, hello, are you going to lay on me soon?
Yeah.
I am trying to find out what's the best product I should be using for my, cosmetic self-care. I'm really, yes, I need help with that.
That is So good that you brought it up because Elizabeth, remember what we did? We started doing makeup at home because I'm not no makeup at the guru YouTube channel sensation. I'm 47 years old and I started doing my own makeup and watching and pausing the YouTube because they go so fast.
They
They're like
do.
this. I'm like, no, pause. So then I start blending.
I am not good at makeup. I'm proud of myself today. I've been practicing lately too, like on this quarantine.
Yes.
I think it's giving us, most of us, so much more time for self-care.
Mhm.
And I'm not one to use a lot of makeup. I'll go to work every day with no makeup on, and I'll wear it when I need to. But I've been
Playing with
starting
it.
to feel, yeah, I've been starting to feel a little bit more comfortable with wanting to, wear eyeshadow and things like that. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
eyeshadow. Miss
no,
Maricel over there.
yeah,
I
and
talk
tell us.
about me not
and
knowing
they're
how to
all
put,
neutral colors.
well, yeah, and that I love, like, I don't wear makeup either, very seldom. And I wore it today because I'm doing the show. But
Right.
one day I get this box from Ulta. I don't purchase anything from Ulta. I forget that the store even exists, to be honest. And I said, Elizabeth Colon. And I was like, oh, this Elizabeth, where'd this come from? And then I see Maricel's name. I'm like, Maricel is mailing something to my house for her. And, and it was a whole thing of eyeshadows that Maricel wants me to start practicing with so I can start learning how to put on eyeshadow. And I was like, are you really? You want to add something else to my plate? And I have to say, though, Maricel, the picture they sent you yesterday when I was filming my installation speech for Novel, my eyeshadow came out pretty cool because it was purple and the gray on the top. And when I was looking at myself, I'm like, you look pretty hot, girl.
Yeah, but you
I
know
have
what?
to.
It's good too because now what they're doing is since we have to wear a mask,
Yes.
they're emphasizing and getting our eyes out there. So like that, come on, we don't even need to wear the lipstick or any foundation because we're gonna be covered. But the eyes, hello, look at these eyes. Oh,
They have to pop. They have to pop, right?
Yes. Yeah.
yeah.
They have to pop. I'm going to have to start practicing a little bit more. Maricel's challenging me to do the YouTube videos. I'm like,
The secret is blend, 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 blend. Just blend.
Okay.
No harsh lines. Just blend until your hand falls off.
Can you tell I have two different shades of eyeshadow on right now? Probably not. I play it
you
safe.
have a lighter on the top, right? And a
No.
dark, no? The opposite?
These are my eyebrows. No eyeliner.
No, right, right under.
Oh, I have mascara and eyeshadow.
But you say you have two, so did you blend them together?
Oh, yes,
Okay.
I did.
Yeah. We should do like one of these fun things and just do a Zoom and all of us practice our eyeshadows together at one time. I think that would be
That'd
fun. Yeah.
I need practice.
Me too.
And
Dalila,
another thing. Oh, I'm sorry.
no, go ahead. Finish.
Oh, another thing for essential would be for the hair, Botanica. Botanica is Aida Rojas. And to I did her shirt. Let's support our Botanica. And then we got some sage.
Mm-hmm.
So let's support our local Botanica and look at the hair. I like it because it's like a mousse-like, but it's not crunchy. So soft.
Yeah.
Does it curl the hair? I need my hair is wavy. It's in between,
Okay.
Yeah.
So I always need like a good
It enhances my
curling ointment.
I don't have curly hair, but the pictures I've been seeing that people are posting from Botanica, it's curling their hair. They're loving the product.
It defines the curl.
It does.
It does. I mean, my hair, and I don't know if it's, I don't know what it is, but my hair is like super long and growing. I don't know if it's any chemicals in here, but I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And we have to support her. She's here from Chicago.
Yes. She relocated from New York. Talking about supporting other women, Marina Costina is an amazing Zumba instructor, yoga instructor, teaches Reiki, knows about the chakra. She actually has put together a box that you can purchase for $45. And it has a chakra, It has that incense that you kind of cleanse your house.
Oh, the sage.
Yeah, the sage. It has tea. It has stones. And there are different color boxes depending on where you're at in your life, right? That's the box that you get. And I think it's a fabulous idea for today's, situation that we're all facing. We need something. And I thought that was a really great idea. And that was, I'm going to venture out to say that that was probably one of the ways she ended up pivoting her business, right? Because she had a yoga studio, she does massage and Reiki and things like that. And she came up with something during this pandemic where people are so stressed out, that a way of just creating calmness around you. And I thought that was pretty cool. I was like,
I'm going to check it out. I'll have it for next week. I'm going to go order right now.
You will.
Well,
Maricel likes to shop all the time.
this box came in. I haven't opened it yet, but it's a single flag. So I don't know what's in here yet, but the other box, it brings candles, self-care, especially, I'm home alone. I'm contemplating on getting a dog, but since I travel so much, Andito, I cannot leave him here. Then I'm gonna have to get a babysitter.
That's right, and that's gonna add to your bill.
Yeah,
I think dogs are really. I have one. He's sleeping right there.
Have you ordered any boxes? Anything?
I have a parakeet.
You have a parakeet?
I'm a typical Puerto Rican.
Does it talk? Does it say anything? No. Oh,
it's one of the little ones, the parakeet.
Oh, the little ones? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I know my bird.
I've had a dog in the past and I want a dog, but like Maricel said, I'm going to need a babysitter. I want to be able to have time, for a puppy and.
Yeah. So Dalila, I see that you are out in the community a lot. You do fundraising, project management, but you're also involved in a lot of organizations. Tell us a little bit about why you get involved.
I get involved. I am involved. I stay involved because it's what my heart wants me to do. Mm-hmm. It's something that I knew from early on, from a very young age, that at that time I didn't know what the word was, but it was a humanitarian, and finding ways to give back, to the world, to do for people, to give back to the community. And I've always been just a giving person, always, donating. Whenever I would, purchase new things in my home, I didn't feel the need to want to sell what I already had, even if it was still in new or good condition. Yes. I would find ways to give it to people that needed it, or to donate to the Salvation Army. And Hurricane Maria happened, right? Hit Puerto Rico, and at that point, I knew that's when I knew that I needed to start joining organizations that were going to allow me to do so much more on the ground, do so much more fundraising for Puerto Rico and for our Puerto Rican community in Humboldt Park, and our Latino community overall, and then people in general. So I joined the Puerto Rican Agenda after Hurricane Maria hit. And I've been organizing with them ever since. And I also joined the Latino Leadership Council. Mm-hmm. We're a political action committee. We advocate for parity and inclusion for our Latino community, for executive, corporate, board positions and elected office. And back to the Puerto Rican Agenda, we're a nonprofit organization that raise money for disaster and relief. And I recently actually joined at the Illinois Unidos, Illinois Latino Initiative for the COVID-19 pandemic. So yeah, I stay involved because it's something that I want to do. I want to continue to work towards giving back to my community and just organizing with people like me that care and that want to do the work.
Right.
So it's safe to say that you are living your purpose and your passion.
That is exactly what I
Mm-hmm.
believe it is.
Yes, and I can see
Sure.
in your smile as you talk about how involved you are in these organizations. It comes straight from the heart, and I could just feel that good vibe from you, girl. We're BFFs from now on.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Don't
you.
forget about
Yeah.
me. I
Of
wanna
course.
Hey,
I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I'm sure you ladies know that it's difficult sometimes for women to connect, and I appreciate, again, being invited and allowing you to allowing me to share, what I do, what my
your
interests are,
passion.
and thank
Yes.
you for having me as a part of the team. I really appreciate it.
No,
All
there
right.
was something about you, Maricel and I both, we both agree that we need to uplift and support each other, right? Even if you and I had the same business, it's okay, right? Because I would see like the world is full of abundance that we can share, right? And of course, you don't give away all of your business traits and stuff, but there's no reason why we need to compete against each other.
Well,
And
exactly. I'm
go
sorry.
ahead, that's okay.
Sorry. I'm always interrupting. Okay, my turn now, right? It's like mommy says, Ponce has been with us for 22 years. And mom always said was, aquí hay para todos.
Hmm.
Aquí hay para todos. Que no, oh, mira que fulano tiene que tienes competencia. No, aquí hay para todos.
That's right.
So,
That's
you know,
beautiful.
living through that since the beginning for her, that's why we've been in business for 22 years.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, that's a
aquí
great
hay para todos.
example.
No hay que estar competing with each other or anything like that, because we are all unique in our own way. Nobody could do what Elizabeth does. Only Elizabeth could do it. So let's, take a little bit pointers of how she's doing it and help each other out. There's no competition. Aquí hay para todo. Como
That's
dice
right.
Maki.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yes. Right now I'm reading the Girl Code, which is basically about supporting each other and not being catty, because that's the word that
Yeah.
we use, right? We tend to be catty about stuff. And, reading that, but even just in the past, there's, I'll see someone that I know and I like, but what they do bothers me or something. There's like, ugh, but then I start asking myself, why is that? Right. And then sometimes at the end of it, when you start kind of asking yourself that question, trying to figure it out, you realize is that it's not that you don't like that person. It's like you want to be like that person. Or, in my age, I wish I was like her when I was younger. So then I have to teach myself to embrace the intelligence of the beauty of that person instead of having this story in my mind that there's something wrong with that person. And I love that I do that self-reflection, because reality, I don't really dislike a lot of people. I think I embrace everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just something about a person at that time that I'm like, but it's all about me. It's all about me. And I think we have to start listening to that too, that sometimes it's not that you dislike somebody and you don't want to help them out. It's because they remind you of something, or you want to be in that place that they're now. And for whatever reason, you couldn't get there, which is also okay, right? It's all right, because I have a good life. I'm happy.
We're living la vida loca.
Yeah, we
Yeah, women
are.
empowerment. So I chair the Women's Leadership Committee with the
Mhm.
Latino Leadership Council, and our mission is to empower Latinas to come together and organize together and lift each other up. You know, so like you mentioned, the competition, it doesn't always have to be
No.
competition. We can always come together and uplift each other, empower each other, and stop the bullying that happens. There's a lot of bullying, that happens. There is.
Mhm.
But what we have to do is like, instead of like stepping on each other, let's hold hands and grow together. There was one thing about Tiffany Haddish that she said when she was a comic, and she says, if I get up there, I'm going to look down and I'm going to help you get up,
Mm.
and very few get up you know, in their status and become, you know, what they always wanted to be and what they worked hard for. Because for example, I talk about myself, getting here with Ponce, it wasn't handed to us. You know, we had to work. We're here now. So, but the thing is, it's always like, come on up, let's help the next person. You know, let's do that. But not everybody does that. And a lot of people more root for you to fail than to succeed.
Yes.
Moving forward, dejando el que quiere quedarse atrás, or with that bitter and that bickering and all that fighting, mira, we ain't got time for that. We got time to empower each other.
I was so happy because, you know, like I mentioned, I know you from when I was a little girl. We lived right across the street from you. And then we moved by Calvin Park High School. And then here comes Ponce, right on Fullerton and Kaufman. I'm like, oh my God, here we're you know,
Wow.
it was crazy. But yeah, we lived right on Lowell and Outgalt for many years after moving from Hamlin. And then we still saw you guys every day because we were in Ponce buying, you know, Puerto Rican food.
Wow.
So
See, you guys have to reconnect. I think there's just a lot.
And here we are today. Yes.
But do you remember the little boy that was running around in underwears at mommy's house? The little güerito boy with curly hair like this? With
Probably.
he was a little blanquito, así como yo. He was my son. You remember him?
I remember you with the little boy. I've never been in your house before.
Mm-hmm.
But I would see you, you know, come in and out.
But
I think I would see him at the restaurants.
Ah. That's right.
Yeah, so, you know, I was a teen mom, so that's what I'm writing about, being a teen mom and through the struggles and, you know, just thinking about there's a better life out there. You know, I just had this thing in me. It just, you know, and with mommy being so tough, you know, and strong and, you know, you could do this and don't let nothing stop you. And I'm like, oh, Dios mío, but I got another kid on the way. But we got through it. Teen mom, no more. Now I'm a young grandmother.
You're a great grandmother, mind you.
I had my son at a very young age. I had my son as a teenager. I was in high school, so I know the feeling.
Yeah.
What it is to be a very young mother and the struggles and
struggle, definitely. It was a struggle. So that's my mission. You know, it's like to tell my story, and whether, you know, I would like to prevent, you know, talking to these girls and have them go through the pregnancy at such an early age. But if they do have the babies at an early age, then, you know, you still could go and keep finishing school.
Yeah,
exactly. My son was 2 years old at my high school graduation on my hip. Amazing. And I have those pictures and it's like, wow. But you know, I didn't give up. Yeah. I kept going to school. I already had my own apartment at the age of 17. I was working as a cashier in the evenings and going to school during the day. And, you know, we're just strong Latina women.
That's right. That's right.
When I went to Clemente and my freshman year, he was already on my hip. My firstborn. So I was like, y después the second year, I'm like, ay, Dios mío. Wow. Pero you know what? You have to check out the book. It's amazing. It's going to help.
I sure will.
In a lot of people's lives. So that's my.
I would love to read it.
Oh, yeah, you definitely will. You're going to host it. You're going to host my book signing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There you go, Dalila. There you go. You got a task.
Elizabeth's going to do the introduction of me. I got it all planned.
Line it all up. Line it all up.
We have to make it happen. We have to make it happen.
Well, I'm really excited for that moment to come. So we are, again, closing at our closing time. 30 minutes never seems like a lot of time. I think we may have went a little bit over, but that's okay. But I would like to close it with a reflection. So, you know, we had the pandemic. We're talking about being parents at a young age. Now we have the Black Lives Matter. There's just such a huge movement going on around the country with, you know, and people are confused. People are lost. some are fighting for the right reasons and some are doing the right things, and that's really great. But Dalila, what would you like to say? I know that you're involved in a lot. You're a humanitarian person. That's what I heard. And so I'm sure that you can speak to the heart with a nice closing to women and to the men and to anybody that watches this. Not specific to one thing, but to just everything that's happening around us today.
Just to reflect, dig deep. If you have questions, reach out to specialists and professionals that'll be able to answer specific questions you may have. Again, if you're not sure or if you're confused, we have leaders out there, and find it within, to do your part and always try to be a better you.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Oh, absolutely.
So beautiful. That is so
I'll have more next time.
We welcome you back to the show.
I hope so.
We are at the end of our show this week, and we want to thank our co-host guest today, Dalila Torres. Thank you for your insight and your wisdom. To my partner, Maricel, who just came back from her road trip. We wish you everyone a great week, a safe week, and un café de Bustelo.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers, ladies.